Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Haris Murshidi bin Muhammad Anuar, final year project one student, and I would like to present my study about experimental investigation of pressure building of pressure coefficient on a low on a low rise building due to the effect of porosity towards windbreak wall. My supervisor is uh, Miss Dr. Siti Nuratika, and we will proceed to the introduction. So basically, what is a windstorm? According to the Britannica, windstorm is a wind that is strong enough to cause at least damage, at least the light damage to the trees and buildings. As we all know, in Malaysia, there are there are many incidents that occur that related to the windstorm because our climate is have something like we have something like monsoon season, so the possibility to have a windstorm event is really high. So the problem statement is there are many cases that related to the windstorm that occurred to the house in Malaysia. Especially, we all know that Malaysia is a rainforest tropical country, so the occurrence of the windstorm is really high. The most recent windstorm event happened in Kota Tinggi, Johor, that caused damage to 140 houses. Uh, there are many factors that contribute to this event, but the most obvious one is the houses is not built according to the engineer specification, and there was no analysis of wind force that had been done in the place before the house was constructed. So for the objective, there are three objectives, which are to determine the factors that contribute to the damage at the houses at Batu 11 Gombak, and to study the effect of porosity in windbreak wall, to the pressure coefficient on low-rise building, and last but not least is to determine the suitable windbreak wall design for houses to prevent the damage to occur. Next. This is the incident that I have mentioned before in Kota Tinggi, Johor. The damage is really uh, uh, worse. So we move on to literature review. So there are four factors that affect the windbreak wall design. First of it is the height of wind barrier. According to Bitok et al., as the wind barrier, as the wind height increase, the wind velocity decrease significantly. However, this situation is a little bit different with the porous windbreak, where there is no differences in velocity reduction is found. The second one is the orientation of the wall. So, uh, from the study, Sanki has using the shark fin design, and he was found out that the wind velocity is reduced significantly while using the bionic skin vertical panels designed for all the wind orientation, whether it's on X direction or Z direction. The third factor is the porosity of the wall. The porous windbreak walls are more effective at reducing drag force coefficient. However, according to Mohd, uh, the the porosity percentage is only maximum at 50%, which if the porosity is larger than that, uh, it will it will resulting the increase of drag force coefficient. So for the last factor is the distance between wall. For the distance between wall, the wind velocity that hitting the wall is decreased significantly as the distance increase. Uh, we also have wind pressure coefficient distribution. Wind pressure coefficient is the dimensionless coefficient that can be used to express the wind caused by the pressure at the specific location of a structure in relation to the free flow wind pressure. This is the formula of the wind pressure coefficient. Okay, so for for the chapter 3, which is methodology. So this is the flowchart of the study. There are three parts of the methodology, which are the site investigation stage, the preparation stage, and the wind tunnel testing. So for the site investigation stages, we doing the site investigation to get the detail and the useful information regarding the dimension of the houses, the shape of houses, and the dimension of the houses. We doing this by distributing the survey form to the resident there that affected by the houses damage due to the windstorm effect incident. So for the preparation stage, the purpose of preparation stage is to prepare the several model to be tested later as to acquire the behavior of wind surrounding. For this preparation, uh, we need a model because the wind tunnel test require a test model. And all the windbreak wall models have different velocity, which are 0, 12.5, 25, and 37.5 and 50%. Uh, so you can see the picture at the right is the dimension of our windbreak wall in IUM and the illustration of the windbreak wall location and the houses location, as well as the wind direction. So for the wind tunnel testing, we set the wind speed at a certain velocity for storm specification as stated by the MET, which is Malaysian Meteorological Department. And the wind speed will be decreased in order to get the flow visualization. The step is repeat with windbreak wall with different porosity. So for the last chapter, which is conclusion and future works. In summary, not all of objective for these studies are fulfilled yet. Uh, we only the first objective, which are the determine the factors that affecting the windbreak wall design is being achieved, which is factor that contribute. Sorry, which is the factor that contribute to the house's damage. All the remaining objective will be achieved in FIP 2 soon. And here is the future planet works that will be carried out during the FIP to the next semester. Uh, that's all from me. Thank you.